occupation. They were so cruel, so beastly. They destroyed every value during that short period. And now they have returned back to their own civilized world and the civilized behavior. So that is what I am decrying. I am decrying the duplicity in man. Religious moral values are far deeply founded. They are founded in the concept of God. As such, whatever the situation, they remain intact. But civil values are just temporary needs, exigencies. With the change of situations, these morals all go overboard, and the hard selfishness behind the political decisions that comes to the surface, that danger still lies in the world. That is where religion has to perform its responsibilities of giving warnings. We are weak people, very strong people, small people. But the warnings, even from the smallest person, can save a great crisis. So that is the role I am trying to play. Thank you. Yes, please.
You said that Islam has an answer to all problems in life.
Correct.
What is the answer of the Islam on the challenge of Western, European, American capitalism?
That's right.
Looking for money.
Yes.
What is the answer of that?
Correct. I have already spoken on this subject many a time, and a book is now being published, which will be very soon out, which deals with this subject. And I'll send you a copy of that book, because your question is not only profound, it's very wide, and it cannot be satisfactorily answered in a short period of time like this question-answer session. Because a very deep question, it has to be not only answered satisfactorily, but fully supported by the teachings referred to. This is the teaching on economy, this is the teaching on that. This is the Islamic way of life according to Islamic concept of economy. Usually what role it is permitted to play, the Islam permits it to play, or it abolishes usually altogether. What is the alternative? These questions. And the earning, how far one can earn, the relationship between the state and the individual. And if you earn freely and the balances are tilted in favor of society, then what are the answers? Is expenditure permitted without condition, or also some restrictions are laid on expenditure? Now these questions plus the social concept, they go hand in hand together, because the type of society you build, it can be very expensive, it can be less expensive. And if it is more oriented towards pursuit of pleasure without condition, without restriction, then societies will always continue to become richer and rich-oriented at the cost of the peace of the lower people and the lower strung of life. So huge problems are created, and such societies are bound to remain capitalistic, because capitalism does not mean exploitation of its own people. It used to mean that. Now the capitalism has acquired a worldwide definition, which is capitalism of rich countries must exploit and survive on the forced sacrifices of the poor countries, sacrifices which are forced upon them. Capitalism in which trade relationship between richer countries and poor countries is always without fail oriented in transfer of wealth from the poorer to the richer. There is no reversal anywhere in this case. Every trade, every industrial product which is sold to the third world countries does always result in ultimate transfer of money from the poorer to the richer, until they are bled almost to death. So how you treat your patients is exactly the opposite. Where the anemic gets the blood from the robust. In economy and international relationship, the weaker continues to supply you with blood who are already bursting with blood. So these are all the problems which are dealt not only by economic formulas, but by other moral concepts, social values, the way of life, how much a society should be permitted to spend on what, and so on and so forth. All this is covered by Islam. So as I suggested, I'm just reading the points.
I'm looking forward to it.
You see, I delivered a lecture on this issue, Islam and contemporary, what Islam can do for the contemporary world. I covered this aspect in that lecture in Queen Elizabeth II Hall in London, which was attended by a wide section of the British society, journalists and all sorts of people from all walks of life. Because of shortage of time, I could not do justice to all the points I had jotted down. So only briefly took some from here, some from there. So later on I promised them that I will, whenever I have time, I will dictate this lecture in full to someone, and this is exactly what I am doing since then. Occasionally, I am very busy, and I am very happy, and it's not a matter of pride, it's a matter of satisfaction, because I found if you're not busy, you're bored. You see, so I am fortunate. But unfortunately, that fortune sometimes turns against me. And that is why I find little time for such literary works as I am suggesting. But most of it is ready. I think it will take not more than 2 months, because the person who comes to help me is also a volunteer, Sometimes I can find time, he can't, Yes, that's right. But I'll remember you. If you leave your address here, yes, please. Hamid?
Yes.
So you get that lecture, this booklet, and do pass it on from me to Professor. I'm sorry, I don't remember your full credentials, your name and particulars.
Call me Ernst.
No, I know. That's very kind of you, but I would like to be a bit more formal in your, out of respect for you.
Yeah.
Your title, etc.
Yeah,
Or profession.
I'm a teacher.
That's right. Are you a professor at the university?
No.
At a school?
Principal of a school, yes.
Principal of a school. That's what I meant, yes.
Muslim school.
Muslim school. Excellent. So you'll hear from me.
Thank you.
And then, if possible, you send me your absolutely unrestricted comments.
I will do that.
Yes. Wherever you're not satisfied, I would love to hear on that particular point, because in next edition I would like to improve the quality of this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will do that.
Thank you.